And hello everyone, welcome to the program. I am Neil, your friendly warrior tank from Medivh, and I help people earn achievements. And today we're working on the cooking achievements in Legion. I'm here in Dalaran in the kitchen with Nomi. I've got my chef's hat on. The chef's hat is a toy now. You picked that up in Shatrith back in the day, or Dalaran back in the day. So many cooking awards. You could buy the chef's hat. It actually helps you cook food faster, or at least it used to. So let's take a look at the cooking achievements. I've already picked up one, Never a Day's Rest, placed 100 work orders with Nomi. So I did want to talk about that for a little bit. As you all know, once you're questing in Azura, one of those areas that starts with an A. Eventually, once you pick up your first recipe, Nomi runs up and says, "Hey, I know you. Let's go do some cooking in Dalaran." And you come meeting him in Dalaran. He talks about setting up the test kitchen. So after you've learned 6 recipes, 6 Legion recipes, you can then start to put in work orders, and Nomi will help you learn recipes for the rest of Legion. In fact, this is necessary to learn enough recipes to earn the achievements. Learn from Neal's experience. What Neal did initially when he saw this big list from Nomi is he said, "Hey, I got a bunch of lean shanks. Let me stack him up with lean shanks." So I created all the work orders that I could with lean shanks, and then I went to wild fowl eggs and did the same thing and just loaded him up with lots of stuff from the same ingredient. I don't think that's what you want to do. When I came back the next day, and actually for the next week or so, first day I got 3 of the same recipe. I could only learn one of them. The other 2 were worthless. Second day, I started getting a lot of burnt food, and I think a lot of people started getting a lot of burnt food. So what I have been doing since is setting them up with one work order from each of the ingredients that I had on hand. 1 lean shank, 1 wild fowl eggs, 1 big gamey ribs, 1 fatty bear steaks, 1 lay blood, 1 cursed queenfish, 1 Moscow perch, and on down the list. So I would just do 1 work order with each of the ingredients until I whittled away the list of recipes that I needed to learn. Now, if you pull up your cooking, yours may look a little different than mine, but in Legion they have changed the interface for all the profession tabs. You now have a learned tab for all of the recipes or patterns for that profession that you have learned. And you can see I have learned most of the cooking recipes, at least a star 1 in Legion. I have unlearned, because this is the other tab, I have not learned Azari salad, Shari salad. Actually, this is the one recipe that I need because it gives me the most beneficial haste buff, and haste is the most important stat for a warrior. So this is the only recipe that I really need. It's the only one that I haven't learned yet. So once I started getting down to 2, 3, 4 recipes that I hadn't learned, I started stacking up the ingredients for the recipes that I hadn't learned, because Nomi is going to test things in the kitchen. He's going to learn things based on the ingredients that you give him. So let's go back to a better recipe. So for instance, if I hadn't learned bear tartare, I would give him 1 stack of fatty bear steak to see if we could learn bear tartare. If I hadn't learned fighter chow, I'd give him cursed queenfish. Deep fried Moscow, I'd give him some Moscow perch. So I based the work orders on the ingredients for the recipe. Now there are a couple of these that it actually doesn't take sort of individual ingredients, like this one. Ajari salad takes Suramar surf and turf. So what I've been doing, because I don't have any Suramar surf and turf, and I'm not even sure that he would learn from that. We'll see that in a second once we make some. These other ingredients are from herbalism, and so I don't have those either because I'm not an herbalist. What I've been doing is saying, okay, the Suramar surf and turf is something that I've learned. If I go back to learn recipes, look at the Suramar surf and turf, we see that it takes rune scale koi and lean shank. So I've been basing the work orders on those 2 ingredients for the last day to hopefully proc a recipe of a shari salad. I'll let you know if I'm actually successful in doing that. There are a couple that were like that. I think these feast down here are the ones that are pretty much like that, where you would need salt and pepper shank, which is from another recipe, or deep fried mossgill, pickled storm ray, and I know that either I learned these through giving him bacon or the ingredients for these other recipes. I think I learned the hearty feast by giving him the ingredients for the other recipes and not the bacon, because I wanted to hold on to the bacon. So that's how I've been working with Nomi, giving him ingredients. Now you can see I'm currently at 700 skill for cooking. I have not cooked anything since Legion launched 3 weeks ago today, so I've not learned any cooking, and you can see I've got, like I said, all but one recipe from Legion. I've got all but, and about half of them I've got 2-star recipes, and I haven't learned any cooking. I haven't done any cooking yet, so you don't have to have you don't have to do any cooking to get those recipes up. Nomi will give you some, and there's some that you can buy. And in fact, if you hover over these, they will tell you where you picked them up. There were some of these that were drops. Some of these recipes you had to kill some things. Some of them you had to go to vendors. So if you actually hover over them, they will tell you, and we can look at the unlearned. So if I hover over, or not hover, but if you see at the bottom here, at least in my trade skill master interface, it is telling me the Azari salad only comes from Dalaran, from Nomi in his test kitchen. That's the only place I can learn that. If I hover over crispy bacon, 2 stars, you can see again Nomi's test kitchen. Bear tartare, 3 stars, Nomi's test kitchen. So each of these recipes are going to tell you where to pick up the next version of that recipe, and a lot of them are coming from the test kitchen. So once I learn my Azari salad, we'll start stacking them up with one of each ingredient to see if we can get to learning all of the recipes in their 3-star versions. Now the 2- and 3-star versions use fewer ingredients or provide more of the dish. That's why you want to level up those stars and get to 3 stars, because you get more output for fewer ingredients. Now I am about to work on the other Legion cooking achievements, and we'll take a look at those. There are 4 if you count the place 100 work orders with Nomi, and I've done that. That achievement will pop when you place the 100th work order. You don't have to pick up the results from it. It is based on placing the work orders, not picking them up. The Legion cook, obtain 800 skill points in cooking. We will see if that will happen today. Cook 15 of the Legion recipes listed below. So first step in being able to cook 15 of the recipes is picking up 15 of the recipes. I am not certain if there will be one that requires you to cook all of the recipes in Legion. There may be a second one. We will see once we pop this one. And then everything tastes better. Obtain a 6-hour yummy bacon buff. That comes from eating 6 pieces of yummy bacon. So we're going to cook 2 stacks of the crispy bacon. We'll get 5 pieces, 10 pieces of crispy bacon, and eat at least 6 of them to get that buff here in a second. One other note before you start trying to cook all of the things in Legion. There are some of these recipes that require some other some crafting reagents from other professions, mostly down in the feast area. So maybe not. Let's see. Where was that? So the seed battered fish plate requires Yaceraline seed. I think that's from herbalism. So I went on the auction house and bought those Yaceraline seeds. The Nightborn delicacy platter requires starlight rose and gem chips and stone dark snails. I think that's from herbalism. Not sure where the snails are from. Actually, I guess they're sold by cooking vendors in Dalaran, if I'd have looked. Gem chips are from jewel crafting. So there are some ingredients that you will need for cooking that are not from your typical locations. But a lot of the items that you need are from the vendor right here. You can see he's got sea salt, jalapeno peppers, Muscan butter, a river onion, stone dark snail, royal olive. He's got 6 ingredients right here. Bradford Duncan right next to Nomi. So what I was going to do, wow fiend, is just work down the list of cooking recipes, cooking one of each. Find what I need as I go. So I need 5 jalapeno peppers for my crispy bacons. We'll go ahead and cook that. Where is this not the fire? Oh, I did make it. I made it so fast with my chef's hat on, I didn't even realize. Bear tartare requires a river onion. We'll buy some river onions and make one of those. The dried mackerel strips don't require anything else, so we'll go ahead and cook one of those. Fighter chow, a royal olive. Some of those. And all I'm doing is just going down the list so that I can create 15 of the recipes and see if there's a second achievement after we cook 15 of the different recipes. Farinara fizz, we've got the ingredients for that. Pickled storm ray, we need some salt. Salt and pepper shank, jalapeno peppers. Spiced rib, we need more jalapeno peppers. Barracuda Murgerburger. You can't even say that. We did some muskin butter, Drog bar style salmon, jalapeno peppers, and royal olives. Lots of royal olives. Koi scented storm ray, needs some salt and butter. Barbecue ribs, needs more jalapeno pepper. I feel like Julia Childs today, telling people how to cook some more royal olives. The surf and turf. Fish brule pepper special, needs some jalapeno peppers. There's the Legion menu. So since we've just done that, we'll come back and see if there's another achievement for cooking them all, and there isn't. So sometimes there's, when you get these cook so many of things, it'll ask you to cook them all. But it was not here. I am going to cook them all though, just because. Say that I cooked them all once. What did I just cook? The Suramar Surf and Turf was last, so we'll cook a fish brule. We need more snails and jalapeno peppers. We'll need more snails for the delicacy platter. We got plenty for the fish plate. The Hungry Magister needs some salt. And our Suramar feast needs more barbecue ribs. That needs jalapeno peppers. Now the nice thing is about these two feasts, well, the hearty feast just went away. The lavish Suramar feast is just going to give me 5 skill ups as I cook that, so we may be turning to that in a second to get our skill up. So there's 2 left here. The hearty feast, which I can cook one of, and the lavish Suramar feast. So now I've cooked all of the recipes that I have. The only one that I haven't learned is Jari salad. And I'm at 726 skill on the cooking. After cooking one of each. I did want to cook a second crispy bacon so that I can get my buff. So I'm at 727 after cooking my 2 stacks of crispy bacon, and I wanted 2 stacks of crispy bacon so that I can get the Everything Tastes Better achievement. So I think I will only need to consume 6 of the crispy bacons to get the buff. We shall see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's my everything tastes better achievement for getting 6-hour yummy bacon buff. So the only thing left is obtain 800 skill points in cooking. I'm not sure how fast I'll be able to get there. It appears that I will need some level 2 and 3 recipes to be able to do that. Nomi does sell recipes, but most of them I've already learned, so it doesn't have any for me that I could learn, and this chick doesn't have any for me either. If I'm going to skill up Lavish Suramar Feast would be the way to go. How can I get there? I need more barbecue ribs, which needs peppers. I need more Suramar Surf and Turf, which needs more olives. I need more Barracuda Murgle, which needs butter. And I need Koi Scented Stormray, which needs salt. And Drogbar Style Sand, which needs olives, snails, and peppers. I can create another Suramar Feast, and now I'm at 737. You see, recipes are turning green. This would probably be the way. Not sure that would be an interesting video, but we'll keep it going. We may cut this short on YouTube, but this is how you would level up your cooking, obviously. Use the bigger skill ups. The orange ones are going to give you more skill. Green may or may not give you skill. Yellow, gray definitely won't give you skill. So we'll see if we get to 800. We'll keep the stream rolling, but we may cut off the YouTube video here. If so, thanks for hanging out. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you. If you've got questions or comments, leave them below. And thanks to our patrons, they make this possible. Ragnava, Zuki, Neal, Adaflozi, Tindum, Marvel, Carl, Lucky B, Infinitron, Sheegan, Fanfare, Equin, Sucha, Marashi, Petsy the Beer Guy, Lean Beef, Coco, Naughty, Dwarfy, Azarea, Noza, JD, Vod, Mystical, Zulu, and Kalai. They are helping Neal, helping other people earn more achievements around the World of Warcraft. Thanks to those guys, and thanks to you. Like, share, subscribe. If you got any questions, let me know. We'll see you soon. Y'all have fun storming the castle and cooking up all those cooking achievements in the Legion.